Welcome to day 126 of our school year. We have 54 school days left. All right, let's go ahead and get down our beginning fraction. We have a total of 180 school days. We are on day 126. Now we have to think if our numerator is prime or composite. Well, it's even, and the only even number that is prime is the number 2, so it has to be composite. So that means we have to do the prime factorization of both our denominator and our numerator. They are even, so I need to divide by 2. Half of 18 tenths is 9 tenths. Half of 9 tenths I can't do. I can do half of 8 tenths, and then that leaves a 10. Half of 10 is 5. I can divide by 5, I get 9. Divide by 3, I get 3. 3 is prime, so I am done. Here it's even. Half of 12 tenths is 6 tenths. Half of 6 is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9, so I can divide by 3 because 9 is a multiple of 3. 23s and 60, 1, 3. There, I can do another group of 3. Then I get 7. 7 is prime, so we are done. Let's go ahead and get down our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And then 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. So it looks like our greatest common factor is 2 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 2 is 18. 18 is our greatest common factor, leaving 7 in the numerator, and 2 times 5, 10 in the denominator. So let's go ahead and make groups of 18. Your groups do not have to look like mine, but make sure you have 18 in each group and that you have your shaded separated from your unshaded. Alright, so here's my total groups of 18. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total groups. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them shaded in. Now 7 tenths. 10 is one of those numbers that I can multiply and make 100. 100, that's the word cent. Cent means 100. Like century is 100 years. There are 100 cents in a dollar, and we went through 100 or per cent. We can multiply by 10 to get that 100. So we multiply this by 10 and we get 70. 70 hundredths looks like this, or it could be 7 tenths. But it is 70 per 100. So today we're completing 70% of the school year, and we have 30% left. Okay, now that we've done our division with our model, let's go ahead and divide using our algorithm. Our greatest common factor is 18. Okay, so 180 square units, 18 inside here. I'm sorry, 18 is the side. 126, 18. 10 times 18 is 180. Numbers the same, zeros the game. So that means our missing side is 10. Down here, let's see. 5 times 18, well 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 8 is 40. 50 plus 40 is 90. More on top, no need to stop. And then this is just 12. Take away 9, which is 3. Okay. Doubling 18, or 2 times 18. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 8 is 16. 20 plus 16 is 36. Numbers the same, zeros the game. 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, we still need to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since the remainder is 0 for both, and our identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, we don't need to actually add 0. Now I did say 18 times 10 and 18 times 7, but these are easier to multiply by, and since we have the commutative property of multiplication, we can change which one is the multiplier, and it still will work. Placeholder moves it over a place, and so the 8 goes to the tens place, and the 10 goes to the hundreds place. 7 groups of 8 is 56. 7 groups of 10 is 70, plus 7 tens plus 5 more tens is 12 tens. 126, that matches our dividend, so it checks. 180, that matches our dividend, so it checks. So our numerator's definitely 7, and our denominator's definitely 10. Alright, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. We are in trimester 3, week 1. Today is 3/12/2020. Our fraction for today is 7 tenths, which is equivalent to 7 tenths, which is equivalent to 70 hundredths, which is equivalent to 70%. We have completed 70% of the school year. We have 30% left to do. Let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 18. Okay, last one we have is 5 tenths. Then we have 6 tenths. And the simplest form for that one was 3/5. It's also equivalent to 12 20ths, 18 30ths, 27 45ths, 36 60ths, 54 90ths. And then today is 7 tenths. There's no line below it because it is our simplest form or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. But there is an equivalent fraction in the 9s, in the 6s, in the 3s, and the 2s. 2, 3, 6, and 9 are all common factors, but 18 was our greatest common factor. Alright, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.